Once we have created a data connection and modified it accordingly, we can go ahead and create a report. So I'm going to click on checkout. We can start off by giving it a title, and optionally I can give it a description and click on save. Now this prompt pops up which lets us select our desired data store. So I'm going to select this particular data store. This is what the console for creating reports looks like. Here on the left hand side we have all the dimensions and measures from the selected data store, and here on the right hand side we have a variety of different visualizations to choose from, and we can also modify their properties from the properties tab. So I can start off by dragging and dropping some dimensions and measures over here. So suppose I want to see the team wise maximum billings, so I'm going to select team as a dimension and drag it over here, and USD billing as the measure and drag it over here. So this is showing me the sum of the USD billings by default. So suppose I want to see the maximum billings for each team. So for that I can go ahead and click on this icon over here. So this lets me change the series properties. So we have the aggregation property over here, where we have different types of aggregation such as min, max, variance, mean, standard deviation, and so on. So I can go ahead and select, let's say, max over here, and I can say give it a name of maximum billing. I can give it any desired color of my choice and click on select. Once I am done with this, I can click on apply, and all these changes would be applied on our data set. Here on the top right corner I have this view filter. What this does is basically lets us restrict the number of records based on any particular field. Suppose I want to see only those candidates who have been selected from some particular sources. So I'm going to select only those sources and click on the tick button. So now the number of candidates would be restricted to only those from the selected sources. Here we have the properties to modify the look and feel of this particular chart. I can show and hide data labels. I can enable slider to slide across to see the different values if I have a large number of records. I can order it in ascending or descending order and order by any of the dimension or measure. So now suppose I want to see only the top 5 values, so I'm going to limit the values to 5, select the descending order as my sorting type, and I have the top 5 values over here. Here we also have a view filter. So what the view filter lets us do is select some particular field. Suppose I'm going to select skills as a field. So in order to see how this view filter works, I can go ahead and save this view. So once this view is saved, this is what our report looks like. I can just drag it to change its size accordingly. Here on the top right corner I have this filter icon. So now this filter icon shows us all the different type of set of skills which are there in the employees of this organization. So it lets us choose some particular skills as a filter and lets us restrict the values on the fly. So I can go back and go edit, and here we are back on the console and edit it some more. So now suppose I want to slice it. So what we use the slicer for slicing the columns. For example, we have the gender field over here, so I'm going to drag it in the slicer. Now this is going to split the columns as male and female. So this is going to show me the contribution of the male and female employees in every team in the maximum billings. So let's say like this. So I'm going to change the name of this particular chart. From here I can say top 4 or 5 teams, and select, here I can say by gender and apply this. and save this. Now I can save this view. Now I can go ahead and create another view. So suppose now I want to see the gender distribution amongst the candidates or the employees in this organization. I can go ahead and select gender as a dimension and count of the candidates as the measure. So this time I'm choosing pie as a visualization type, and I'm going to change its properties. I'm going to put it in donut form. I can give it an ascending order. I can give this a name of, let's say, gender distribution, and here I can say of employees or whatever. I can save this, and finally I can save this view. Again, I'm going to change its size accordingly. Once I'm done creating this report, I can go ahead and save. So I get this alert saying that the story has been saved successfully. So whenever I go to the reports and dashboards section, it's going to list all the different reports which we have previously created. And suppose here is our hiring report. You can go ahead and click this, and here we have the report which we had just created.